I think this year's going to be our biggest attendance yet. Corey had to up the room block 4 times, which has never happened before.
And I'm really pleased to see a lot of new faces this year. That's great. There's lots of new people, and there's more coming tomorrow. Good.
So before we start this off, we're going to have the awards ceremony where we're giving out awards for the people that gave lectures last year, for the people that wrote articles and contributed to the journal and the society. And then we've got a few special awards at the end for people that went above and beyond. But before that, I'd like to ask Cristiano Berenbach to come up here. Yep. And
I'd love to see everybody here tonight. Welcome. I'm here to say that we lost a big guy this year. We lost the giants in our world. Arthur Morowitz. For those of us who had the privilege to know him and to call him as a friend, he really was a louder. Okay. He's sort of a guy who's like the type of guy who's going extinct these days. I mean, he was just an amazing deal maker, an incredible storyteller, a very gentle and very gentle soul, and a guy who, when it happened that when I was starting in this business, he had just done his big deal with American Banknote, and I would sit across the table from him, at 20 years old, and he would sell me notes and let me pay the next show and gave me credit when he had no reason to give me credit. And over the years, whenever I could, I would sit across from him and hear his stories or go to his office, and he lived an amazing life, and it's a hard passing for us this year. He's I had gone fishing with Corey. We saw him at the ANA. He was up in good spirits. So that's how we remember him. Just a lovely guy, and he'll be dearly missed by all his friends.
He was a very, very generous guy. He took a lot of time sponsoring young people coming up in the business. He never failed to give time and pay attention, and he just a super, super good guy.
so my first memory of Arthur was at the Long Beach show working for my father, Rick Pontario. And Arthur came up with a box of paper money and showed it to my father, and my father flipped through it and looked at the prices, and he's like, I don't know, this is kind of weird, this guy's a little too nice, I'm not sure that I trust that. And
Now, does that sound like
And at the end of it, my dad slid the box back to him, and he's like, no, it's not for me. And Arthur looked at him and said, well, I bought this stuff, I just want to do business. And it's like, fuck, what a concept. Like, I just want to do business. And I mean, that's the kind of guy that he was. He was just a really nice guy, and that defines him in a nutshell.
So, a moment of silence or raise your glass. I think Arthur would have preferred the second part of that. So,
Cheers.
Here's to Arthur. Okay.
Okay, guys.
All right. For his 2022 lecture, What's So Exciting About Mexican Republic One Reals, Bill Sigel. Hey, Bill.
Yeah, Bill.
Thank you.
Good job. Thanks very much.
Appreciate you. All right. Next
All
up.
right. Next up, for his 2022 lecture on the Dutch occupation of South America and the Caribbean, Hilton Lucio. Hilton came a long way to make another presentation this year. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Hilton.
and I'll be back next year. I promise.
All right. Well. 4. War of Independence, Insurgent Cast Coinage, Supreme Junta Moreos, and LVA Casting Stamps. Where is Max Keach? Good job, Max.
How many of those things you got? Did you build a like addition on your house? So this next one, unfortunately, isn't with us. But if there's somebody from the San Antonio area or San Antonio Coin Club that'll come up and accept this, it's for Kirk Mincer in gratitude for his 2022 lecture on Republic Gold 5 pesos.
Is Wagner here?
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys saw the exhibit they did last year, but they did an exhibit of all the gold 5 pesos, including the unique Potosi 5 pesos, which I'd never seen before, but it was really cool. And since Kirk isn't here, I'm just going to say something about Kirk. The U.S. Mex recently digitized a publication that we came across, a complete set of them, that was done in the 60s, like 1962, and it was called Mexican Coin News. And they only made it for like a year, and it's this goofy little publication that, I mean, it was kind of there and gone, and I asked my dad, had you ever seen this? No, he'd never seen it. I asked some of the other old-timers, had you ever seen it? It's on our library on the website. We digitized it. But in the second edition of it in 1962, there's a letter to the editor from Kirk Mincer that's like, I'm so excited you're doing a publication on Mexican coins, and I can't wait. And of course, and in the next publication, he had a price list where there's like coins for a quarter, coins for $1, coins for $1.50. And last year, I was like, Kirk, how old were you when that came out? And he's like, well, I was a sophomore in high school. So I don't know. This is a guy that I really look up to. That's, I mean, he's contributed a lot to our society and to.
Great guy all the way around.
Thanks, Scott. Cheers.
So the next one is to somebody who just showed up last year for the first time, and we really appreciate it a lot for his lecture on J.B. Frenner, Central America's most prolific engraver, Matthew Rutley. Is Matthew around here? Matthew must not be out on the patio.
These are some. Okay, we'll set that
Okay,
aside.
we'll set it aside.
This next person, man, I'm guessing this guy confused IMEX with US Mex because he's not here right now. It's for Brett Eric. It's for Republic Afascudos. And if there's somebody from the Chicago area that can take this on his behalf, it's anybody? Bueller. All right, I'm going to mail it to Brett. Next up.
Here, you can. I did the last one for him. You can
Okay,
do
cool.
this one.
So this is the part where if you guys are new to the membership, maybe you're not, but if you've been a member for a while, you know that we put out a journal throughout the year, and there's some really great articles that people are submitting these days, and some groundbreaking stuff like that's new and fresh, and it's not the same old regurgitated coin articles, and it's really good stuff. But the first one up here is for the category of War of Independence and Imperial. It's on the theory of TC Soot coinage, and there's a lecture tomorrow that if you get a chance, you need to go to this because it's going to be fabulous. I can tell you that. But it's Max Keach. There's another one for the new edition on your house. I don't know.
Okay, for the category Spanish colonial, for the article, 2 unknown proclamation medals of Valladolid de Michoacan, Ferdinand VI, and Carlos III, Ricardo Vargas. Is Ricardo here?
Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, man. This one's for the best article in the category of Republic on 5 peso gold coins of the Republic that went along with the lecture, and it's also for Kirk. So, Scott, if you could come up here and give this to Kirk when you see him. Appreciate it, brother.
Hey, Scott, don't go away.
Yeah, no, stand right there.
Just keep standing there, Scott. For the best article, 20th Century Modern, 20th Century Mexico study of the nickel 5 centavos, to a guy who's done just an incredible job of writing articles for the journal, Scott Dahl. Okay, for the category of revolution, the article titled "I Made Them Wear a Huerta Mexican Pesos" by Ricardo de Leon Talavas. I haven't seen him. We'll get this off in the mail to him. He writes great articles, and can
No, he's got to come up and accept it. I don't care.
So, best article, Revolutionary Paper Money. 2. Well, it's for the Fichas of Outlan, Jalisco. To the guy who's finally here, ready to accept his own award, Simon Prendergast, our editor-in-chief of the journal, and he's stuck. He's right here center stage. He can't hide. He's going to have to come up. Simon, would you like to make a speech while you're up here? Come on, Simon.
For those of you that don't know, this is the man that is responsible for you receiving journals or having a journal to read. Although everybody here is responsible for writing the articles, that's the guy that makes it happen right there. If I had a spotlight, I would be shining it down here right now.
Yeah, we should be doing that. We could embarrass him. Let's see, is he blushing yet? I don't know. Thank you, Simon, for everything you do for the journal. So, for the best overall article on the assayers of the Mint of Mexico during the 16th century pillar coinage, Jorge Proctor, and Jorge is going to be here tomorrow. We're all. Is he here now? Cool. Good.
Where'd you go, Jorge? Oh, he went to the. Swimming.
Dan or Augie or somebody, Paul, you want to come up here and grab it?
Where's
Yep.
yeah.
So that was for best overall article.
Best overall article.
Princess,
There you
thank
go.
you very much.
That's the only one. The only way you can drive one.
Okay, so this is an award that we give out. This is the 9th annual. We call it the Jed Crump Award. For those of you that knew Jed, he could kick your ass at pool after he drank a fifth of Jack Daniels. He was, he was just a fun-loving, good guy. The dealings were always great. Brilliant numismatist, fun-loving guy. And I miss him. He was like my weird numismatic uncle that I dearly miss and I dearly loved. And we just give this out to somebody who's been like really great to the organization. It's been really cool. And this year we're going to give it out to Robert Briggs.
Roberto. Here he is, right over here.
Especially for you.
Bob, come get a photo, man.
Bring your award. Show your award. Stand out here.
All right.
Okay. There you go.
Okay.
As long as I don't have to make a speech.
All right. You're good to go.
Maybe.
Bob's claiming also an award for the oldest coin dealer in Mexico at 80 young years.
You need to change that title to oldest living coin dealer in Mexico.
Oldest living coin dealer.
Yeah. I was gonna make some jokes about this one. So we do an award that's called the Richard Doty Award, and if you knew Richard, like he went by Dick. We called him Dick Doty. He was the curator of numismatics at the Smithsonian, big contributor to us, wrote some great books on like English minting of foreign coins and where some of the dies in Mexico. And he was one of the cool dicks in the industry. There's a lot of dicks in the industry. But he was one of the really cool dicks. The guy that's getting this award is not a dick. He actually, my dad, Richard, is a dick, and we had a Dick Parker, and we had a Dick Nelson, and there's even a Dick Long out there who we used to always put last name first, first name last when we mailed him packages. But this next guy, if you look at the Journal, this guy bangs out something for the Journal every time it comes out. And it's just really cool, and I just wanted to recognize him for that, and it's David Hughes.
Is David still here? Here he is.
And David is not a dick, he's a cool guy. Nope, that is not it. This guy's got this award before, and it's for outstanding contributions to the preparation and organization of the convention year after year. And like I said earlier on, we had to up the room block 4 times. We had to expand the convention space. There was a lot of planning. There was a point in time after COVID where prices started getting jacked up, and we didn't know if we were going to have to move. And Corey, I don't know if you guys understand how much actually goes into doing this, but if he got paid as an hourly rate, he'd be better off working at Taco Bell. Actually, he doesn't get paid, so he certainly would be. But I just wanted to give this to Corey this year. I know you got one of these like years ago, but I was like, dude, it's about time you got another one.
Hey, thanks everybody. It's been a good 10 or 12 years here doing this, and I really look forward to the same again. So thank you all.
Write articles and give lectures, and you can get an award too. We always need articles, and God bless you all for like the articles that you've been giving us, because there's some really good ones. Like, I mean, that article on the Revolution, like talking about like they had the documentation of where the Muera Huertas were struck, who made them. This is incredible stuff that's like, it's getting published in our goofy club's little journal. It's not going into like the major coin magazines or the major publications. We're getting it, and that's really cool.
Yes, it is. And Simon's been getting a little more input from members. The journal's ending up with a lot of great articles, and we aren't struggling as much as we were. Although Simon would probably chastise me for saying this because he always wants more articles. So anybody who's thought about it, try it. Write an article. Simon will help you.
All right, so with that, you guys have the program for the show tomorrow and for the lectures. Friday night, we weren't going to do it because it got really expensive, but there's a couple people that are like, well, let's keep doing it. Like Briggs Bustos, Sedgwick, and a couple of other are like, you know what, fuck it, let's pay for this. And there's a party at my house tomorrow night. There'll be 2 party buses. If you like pinball, and
You like pinball.
so mañana, enjoy the rest of your evening, and have some drinks, socialize. And one of the best things about this event, I feel, is that a lot of times at a coin show, there's two sides to a table, right? You're either a buyer or a seller, whether you're the collector or the dealer. And it gets people together in a social way that, like, we're all here for a common goal. We're all into Mexican coins, Mexican paper money, Mexican metals. This is why we're here. We're all into the same thing, and we can do this in a social way that's not just, you know, a commercial weird show. So it could still be a weird show, though.
Yeah, we're still okay. Okay, folks, everybody have a good time tonight. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it.